Good evening and welcome to our guidance presentation. To start the evening, I'm Mrs. Mackey, school counselor who works with last names A through L, grades 10 through 12. Mr. Brightfeller will be joining the presentation as well. He works with grades 10 through 12, last names M through Z. And Mrs. Milano will be joining us during our question and answer session, and she works with all of our ninth graders. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. You bear with me just one moment. I'm going to get my screen here for you so you can see our presentation slides. Okay, so our agenda for the evening, we're going to talk about the course planning process, and that's starting with our scheduling timetable. Then we'll talk about graduation requirements and types of diplomas, as well as course selections, planning for the future, and then NCAA eligibility for college-bound student athletes. Scheduling timetable. Starting February 4th and 5th, we will have a course planning assembly during all PE classes. So the school counselors will be in charge of that assembly and will talk with your students about everything that they need to know in terms of the course planning. On these days, students will receive their grade-specific course selection Google form. Then, during the week of February 8th through the 12th, teachers will be discussing with our students the course selections that they recommend for students for the next school year. From the end of February through April, the school counselors will be meeting with students individually to review their course selections and talk about their electives along with their core courses. Parents are welcome to attend those meetings, and we'll set that up for you and get you your virtual Google Meet for that event. And all you need to do is contact your child's guidance counselor, and Ms. Ward in the guidance office will help us coordinate that meeting. The course planning assembly in February will look as follows. When students receive the grade-specific course selection Google form, they will be putting in the course selection choices that they have in mind for their core courses as well as their electives. When the students meet individually with their school counselor, we will give them additional paperwork and forms that accompany their course selections. For example, our students who pick accelerated advanced courses like honors, AP, SUPA, and SUNY Orange County Community College courses, they'll receive the accelerated advanced course contract. For students where their request for core courses differs by their teacher recommendation for a core course. For example, a student requested an honors level course, but their teacher is recommending a regent level course. We will provide them with a challenge agreement. And for students who are selecting to either enter into a CTEC program as a junior next year for the first time, or one of our juniors who will be attending the second year of the CTEC program next school year, there is what we call the CTEC program contract, and we'll review that with our students entering into that program. Please note that student course selection sheets, because they're grade specific on the Google form, that does help the student really narrow down and focus in on the course selections that are appropriate to their grade level. And then I like to also focus on the fact that when we're meeting with your child individually, we're going to be reviewing their course selections against the minimum graduation requirements so that we're always making sure that our students are meeting the diploma type that they're going for, whether that's the New York State Regents Diploma or the New York State Regents with Advanced Designation Diploma, also known as Advanced Regents Diploma. As you can see here in this slide, the required subjects in both diploma types, they're required a minimum of 22 credits, broken down amongst the two diploma types as such: English 4 credits, Social Studies 4 credits, Math 3 credits, Science 3 credits, Language other than English of our world languages. For the Regents Diploma, it's 2 credits. For the Advanced Regents, it's 3 credits. We currently offer for our world languages Spanish, Mandarin, Chinese, and American Sign Language. For the 1 credit of art or music requirement, we have 5 courses that meet that requirement: studio art, design and draw for production, chorus, band, and introduction to electronic music. Students also are required to take 1 semester equals a half a credit of health, And then 2 credits of physical education. That's a half a credit each school year for a total of 2 credits over the 4 years. And then, depending if they're going for the Regents or the Advanced Regents diploma, that will determine for their additional course electives if they need 2.5 credits or 1.5 credits. And then something to note, please, when we're working with our transfer students from outside New York State, we do assist them as far as where the requirements are met, not only in terms of the core course requirements based upon what they took in their former school and in that state with our New York State requirements, but also when it comes to our required Regents examinations. So as you can see here, a passing score in a Regents exam is a 65, and depending the Regents diploma or Advanced Regents diploma determines which Regents exams you must take and pass. For both diploma types, the minimum 5 are required: English Language Arts, Global History, US History, Algebra 1, and Regents Science. And then when you go on to the Advanced Regents diploma, you need some additional Regents examinations in Geometry, Algebra 2, the second Science, and then the Language Other Than English Checkpoint B exam in our world language. For additionally with diploma types, we have endorsements. Those endorsements are for Regents diploma with honors. A student must score an average of at least 90 on the required Regents exams. For a Regents diploma with advanced designation with honors, a student must score an average of at least a 90 on the required Regents exams. And then for a Regents diploma with advanced designation with an annotation on the diploma that denotes mastery in mathematics and/or science, students must score at least 85 on the 3 Regents exams in that subject. For course selections, keeping in mind there are 8 class periods plus 1 shorter lunch period. All students must take at least 5 credits plus PE. So that means our full-time status student, you're taking 5.5 credits. Students may carry up to 7 credits plus PE, provided there are no scheduling conflicts. Seniors in good standing may request late arrival and/or early dismissal, but there's no guarantee that these can be scheduled. If students are recommended for remedial or lab help, this will take priority over an elective. All Regents and AP Science classes require an additional alternate day lab period. All prerequisites as outlined in the course descriptions must be met. Where can you find our course selection guide for 2021-2022? That will be on our school district website. Right now, we have our presentation this evening. As you'll see in the days to come here, we will have that course selection guide posted on the website. So right now, when you go on there, you still might see 2020, 2021, but not to worry, you will see the 21, 2022 very shortly. And how you go there is you go to James I. O'Neill High School, then click on Guidance, Academic Planning, and from there, you're going to click on the course selection guide. As far as prerequisites go, please refer to the course descriptions and prerequisites in the course selection guide. That will help you and your child as you're going through the course selection process and planning to know what is necessary to continue in honors, to move up to honors, for taking a college level course. And keeping in mind with the college level course, there's a whole section in our course selection guide that talks about the different college level courses. Please keep in mind that students must meet any prerequisites that are described in the course selection guide. College level courses. This is a list of AP courses that are offered at our school. An AP course may not be offered if there's not sufficient interest. And there's the list right here. So as we go through together, you have Biology AP, Calculus AP, Chemistry AP, Computer Science AP, Environmental Science AP, English 12 AP, Physics AP, Studio Art AP, United States History AP, European History AP, also AP Capstone Seminar, and AP Capstone Research. In terms of college level courses, we do have here a listing of some more information that we want you to know about our college level courses in terms of AP, and then we're going to go on and talk further about breaking down all the individual ones with SUPA and Orange County Community College. At this time, though, I'm going to welcome to join the presentation is going to be Mr. Breitfeller, and he's going to continue from here.
Thank you, Mrs. Mackey, and welcome everyone who is joining us tonight. I wanted to remind you all as we get to the halfway point of our presentation that on the live stream in the description, you will find a link to a Google form for any questions that you may have. Please feel free to fill out that form at any point as we conclude this presentation. We will turn it over to Mrs. Milano, who will help us with the Q&A session that we have at the end. To pick up where Mrs. Mackey left off, one of the areas of courses or college level courses that we do have here at the high school level is our advanced placement. These courses do award college credit depending on the exam score that a student receives, and that exam score does vary from college to college. Most schools typically will award college credit with a score of a 3 or higher. For any student that signs up for an AP exam, they must take the exam at the end of the year. Exam fees are due in October, and as a result, this year, the cost of the exam was $95. With the exception of the AP seminar and the AP research exam, which the cost for these tend to be a little bit more, and they were this year at $142. Please note, after October, if a student decides to make a change in their course selection and they drop an AP course, there is a $40 cancellation fee. In addition, you'll notice that both of these numbers for the prices are highlighted in yellow. At this time, these numbers are subject to change depending on what College Board sends out. Admission to most of these AP courses are selective, so please take note of the prerequisites within the course selection guide. Syracuse University Project Advance is another opportunity for students to earn college level credit here at O'Neill. Syracuse University courses are taught here by our O'Neill teachers who have been trained by Syracuse. College credit is based on the final grade they earned, in contrast to the AP course, which is an exam that they would take. The college credit is generally transferable to other colleges, but again, this is determined by the receiving institution. It is always important to keep in mind to check to the colleges that you're applying to determine if the transfer credit will be transferable. The cost for one semester is $345. For each semester, students receive a half a credit for high school and 3 credits for the college level component. Please note, if a student takes a full year course, it is possible that they will earn up to a year credit and possibly 6 college level credits. Again, admission to SUPA classes is selective, so please note for the prerequisites. These are the SUPA courses that we offer here currently at O'Neill. For any of our seniors, we do offer a SUPA English and SUPA College Writing course. This is offered in the fall and the spring. Again, for our seniors, to complete their social studies credit for their 4th year, they could take the opportunity of SUPA Economics and SUPA Public Policy. And again, this is also offered in the fall and the spring. And also we have SUPA Personal Finance, which is open to our juniors and our seniors and is offered in the fall semester. Last but not least is our Orange County Community College, which is the final way that a student can earn college credit here at O'Neill. Again, college credit is determined by the final grade in the course. The college credit is generally transferable to other college, but again is also determined by the receiving institution, so you'd want to check in advance. Students are advised to inquire about the transferability of these courses by contacting the admissions offices at these institutions which they plan to apply. They will be able to provide you with the most up-to-date information. Payment is due at the beginning of each semester, and for this year, these courses cost $200 for each semester. O'Neill will offer Orange County Community College credit courses for the following classes: in Spanish 5, Chinese 4 and 5, and we are currently looking at possibly offering it for ASL as well too. In addition, admission is selective. Please refer to the course descriptions for the prerequisites. Why is this all important? It's all about the future and planning for the future and planning for college. Factors that contain in the 4-year college admissions. one of the biggest key components that college admissions take a close look at is a rigor of the student's course load from grades 9 through 12. Students should try to take the most demanding course load that they can handle and continue as far as possible in math, science, and foreign language. Ideally, we ask students to take a minimum of 4 years in math and science if possible. Grade point average is another factor, the cumulative average from grades that start from 9th grade all the way on through their high school career. Class rank will play an important role as well too. This year with COVID, we know that SAT and ACT exams have been canceled and that a lot of schools have opted to go for the test optional route. However, SAT and ACTs can be a big deciding factor when it comes to the admissions process. Some colleges do go for that 4-year test optional component, and things may change next year. So please keep that in mind. Your rigor of your academic program. A blend of honors, college level courses such as AP and SUPA are all good things to see on an academic transcript. In addition, it's not all about academics. Extracurricular activities that students do, civic activities, clubs, sports, all play a major important role into the whole admissions process. Teacher recommendations are a key component to getting to know a little bit more about the student than what's on a paper in regards to a transcript. And that essay is an opportunity for students to show off their writing abilities. Some schools may also require SAT subject tests. These tend to be required at the highly competitive schools. And while rarely required, an interview may occur as well too. This is typically something done between an admissions office and a student, and they might even have an alum interview one of our own. When planning for the future, you always want to keep in mind the college websites. You want to take an opportunity of the admissions and prospective students pages that they have. Check for their courses and their latest test requirements for admission. Also, please take a close look at their virtual tours that they have. Due to COVID-19, some students may not be allowed on campus to attend, but they've had a great job of changing over their virtual tours and making it possible for students to access it. You can also use one of the college handbooks, such as the College Board's College Handbook. Websites like Naviance are a great way for students to take advantage of it, of exploring your college process. And we as counselors will help our students along the way. Also, please take a look at the College Board website. There's great information that you can find on there as well too, especially in regards to standardized testing. When you're looking at these websites, you want to pay particular attention to course requirements in math, science, and foreign language. In addition to planning for college, another key component is planning for work, possibly a trade school in the future. For our students, we offer what's called a BOCES Career and Vocational Tech program. These are mostly 2-year programs that students can take in their 11th and 12th grade years, but they can also be taken for 1 year as a whole. Students can explore careers in appearance, business and computers, construction, culinary, education, engineering, environmental science, health, security, transportation, and visual arts. A student who's up to date on their graduation requirements and maintain attendance of 90% or higher are keys to being able to enter into these programs. There will be a virtual visit for BOCES. Mrs. Mackey will send out more information directly through our guidance pages for our students in our guidance classrooms. The date will still be determined. The details to this virtual visit and any required forms to be completed prior to receiving this information will be shared as soon as possible. A typical schedule for our O'Neill students if they were to attend a PM C-Tech program, students will come into the buildings for periods 1 through 5, 6. They typically will take English 11, U.S. history, a math, a science, the physical education course, lunch, and then they will get on a bus and go out to the program for periods 8, 9 through 11. Please note that the bus returns back to O'Neill around 3:30 p.m. and for the morning bus stop around 4 p.m. If a student is in the second year of their program, typically during their senior year, they will have AM C-Tech in the morning. The way this looks is they will come to school right before period 1 and get on a bus to go out to the program. They will be out at the C-Tech program for periods 1 through 5, 6, come back for lunch period 7, and we'll have English 12R, economics for half a year, participation in government for the other half of the year, and physical education for periods 8, 9 through 11. Finally, for our athletes and the NCAA Eligibility Center, Typically, we usually recommend that students start this process as early as they possibly can. It's a good time to really take a close look at this at the end of their sophomore year as they get ready to go into their junior year. If a student intends to participate in a Division I or Division II athletic program as a college freshman, the student must register and be certified by the NCAA Eligibility Center. Please view the NCAA's website, theeligibilitycenter.org, to get more information about this program. As always, you can always discuss this information with our guidance counselors here at O'Neill. To be eligible, the students must complete the following requirements. They must complete a set number of courses. Note that not all courses count as core courses as well too, so you want to check with your guidance counselor. Please check the NCAA website for the list of O'Neill's core courses that have been approved. You also want to earn a minimum required grade point average in those courses and earn a combined SAT or ACT sum score that matches those core courses for the grade point average and the test score sliding scale. That concludes our course selection presentation for tonight. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Milano, who will work with our question and answering session.
Good evening, everybody. As of right now, we have not received any questions via our online Google form. So I am assuming that this was just a wonderful presentation. Lots of information was shared with you regarding your child's academic program, about course selection, and what they can expect in the upcoming weeks with planning for their courses for next year. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to contact your child's counselor via email or through their extension at work, and one of us will be sure to get back to you and answer your individualized questions.
We will wait for a couple of minutes to see if any questions come through, and if not, we will conclude our presentation. Mrs. Milano, have any questions come in at this point? Okay, thank you. This concludes our presentation for the evening. On behalf of the guidance department, we want to thank you all for taking the time to watch our presentation. If you have any further questions, again, please feel free to reach out to your guidance counselor directly, and we will answer every question that comes in. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Oh, hold on one second. Did we get one question, Mrs. Milano?
So one of the first questions is, will sign language be offered for a fourth year?
So to answer that question, each spring, what we do is we take a look at our students' course requests and the selections that were made, and we'll first check to see for our students who are in ASL 3, if they are looking and seeking to go beyond that level into a level 4. And then we will certainly talk with our school administration as we begin the master schedule planning for 2021-2022 for course offerings for the following school year. So for right now, my answer to that in conclusion would be, please have your child, if they're an ASL 3R and they are looking to continue to ASL 4, to please note that on their course selection meeting with their individual school counselor, and we'll take note of that and go from there.
Do we have any more questions, Mrs. Milano?
No, not at this time.
Thank you. So again, I would like to say thank you very much for taking the time to join us this evening. This will conclude our presentation at this point. If you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out to your guidance counselor directly. We hope you all have a wonderful evening and you stay safe. Thank you and have a great night.